The unseen flamme, Jennie esquière évolution.
Sometimes, the spotlight conceals more than it reveals.
Behind every radiant smile lies a story untold, and not all wound bleed.
Some aches are quiet, buried deep beneath applause and glitter, and yet they hurt just as much, if not more. 2022 began not with a celebration but a storm. Whispers turned into waves. Rumors of romance surfaced. The public didn't simply crave the truth, they craved someone to blame. And Jennie, forever balancing on the tightrope between idol and individual, became the perfect scapegoat. She cried. Not out of weakness, but because she had been too strong for too long. Behind the dazzling stage lights, there was a girl fighting standards that were never meant to be fair. People saw her in designer dresses, posing with calculated elegance, but no one saw her in the mirror, bracing herself before each headline, each accusation. "I'm not perfect," she once said, "but I try." That confession wasn't an excuse, it was an act of rebellion in a world that demands flawlessness. Even as critics tried to erase her, she stood back up, not to prove them wrong, but to remind herself that she could. 2023 brought another Met Gala, another war. Once again, her outfit was dissected, her presence dismissed. Not striking enough, they said. Lacking aura, they claimed. But how do you measure aura in a world obsessed with volume over value? Behind those judgments was a girl who had rehearsed for days, chosen every detail with intention, and stepped into the camera storm with quiet courage. Her resolve didn't scream, it whispered. Silence isn't always surrender. Sometimes, it's strategy.
And then, 2024. Another wave.
Another flood of faceless comments, hashtags fueled by outrage. Accusations about her artistry, her character, her trajectory. She's peaked, they said.
She's fading.
But oddly, her solo tracks told a different story. Streams soared. Reviews praised her depth, her evolution.
What the world called a downfall, the charts called a triumph.
She didn't shout. She created. In a studio dimly lit, away from the noise, she wrote. She layered melodies with memory, verses with vulnerability. Each track was a journal entry, a quiet battle cry. She didn't argue back, she let the art speak. And speak it did. It's easy to dismiss a woman who chooses silence. It's easier to mock what you don't understand. But Jennie, across 3 relentless years, has refused to fall apart. She didn't cave in 2022 when they tried to vilify her for a moment she never confirmed. She didn't flinch in 2023 when they mocked her efforts on one of fashion's most watched nights. And she didn't disappear in 2024 when the internet declared her irrelevant. She remained. Not as a flawless icon, but as something rarer, a flawed real human being with unshakable endurance. Every tear in 2022 was a release. Every critique in 2023 became a stepping stone.
Every malicieux post in 2024?
Just more noise. Jennie was never a noisemaker. She was always a note writer, careful, intentional, deliberate. And that makes all the difference. She doesn't need to be your favorite. You don't need to understand her. But acknowledge this, she's still here. Breathing. Creating. Standing. She didn't survive by accident. She endured with purpose. The world often mistakes silence for weakness, but Jennie turned it into power. Her quiet was not passive, it was potent. Not retreat, but recalibration. Fame lies. It makes masks look like mirrors. But Jennie never traded in illusions. She showed us her cracks. And in doing so, reminded us that resilience isn't about never breaking, it's about rebuilding.
3 years.
3 storms.
1 unwavering soul.
She isn't invincible. She is real. Bruised, but not broken. Criticized, but not erased. Stung, but still standing. There is power in that.
A power deeper than applause. A legacy loaded than hashtag.
Jennie doesn't shine because we asked her to. She shines because within her is a light that refuses to dim, no matter the wind. This isn't the story of a perfect celebrity. It's the journey of a woman reclaiming her voice, not with shouts, but with steady steps. Her war isn't waged on stages or in tabloids. It's fought in the quiet moments, when no one's watching, and she's still choosing to rise.
You don't need to love her.
But if you see her, truly see her, you'll understand. she is not the sum of her scandals. She is the sum of her comebacks. Her presence isn't loud. It doesn't need to be. It lingers. It endures. The flame was never extinguished. It just learned how to burn silently. And sometimes, that's the fiercest fire of all.